and to just recycle them and sell them in which in how prices. This is today's topic. Well, just during this live show, if you have any questions, you can just leave in the comment place. We are doing holdings, a manufacturer of the lithium battery recycling machine, PCB board recycling, and solar panels recycling machine. And also we have the combination furnace to deal with the biomass. This is two different products, and today we'll share what is the market of the lithium battery recycling machine, what kind of lithium battery we can use, what products we can get, and what is the technique of our production line. Just during this live show, any questions you have, you can just leave in the comment place. And also, if you want to know more information about this, or if you want the quotation, the certificate depends on your raw materials and capacity. You can leave your contact ways in the comment section or send a message to us privately about your WhatsApp, your email, your telephone. Then our sales manager can contact with you immediately to give you our catalog and other information that you want. Okay, and thank you for your watching today. Just hello. Can you hear the voice? Hello, can you hear the voice? We are the manufacturer of this waste lithium battery recycling machine. If you're interested in this business, okay. So just we are the Chinese manufacturer that can have this equipment to recycle the lithium battery to this copper, aluminium, and black powder. Later we will introduce about the technique and what kind of products we can get. Just during this live show, if you have any questions, you can just leave in the comment section, or you can send your contact ways to us. Our sales manager will contact with you immediately to give you this information. Just any questions about this equipment? Except the lithium battery recycling equipment, we also have the solar panel recycling machine, a PCB board recycling, and have the condensation furnace to deal with the kind of biomass. This is the three products we have. So just or if you want to know other information, other equipment, you can leave in the comment section. Let's have this catalog for you. And today we'll share the information about the lithium battery. You can see this is the raw material we can use. Different kind of the lithium battery, the power lithium battery, hard shell, plastic shell, or just the positive and negative parts of the lithium battery. They are different products we can get. Well, just most of the batteries will use the positive material as the main basic of the naming. The commonly the raw material are the lithium coptate, the lithium magnetate, and the iron phosphate, and so on. Just we will have 40% of the positive material, 5% of the negative, and the electrolyte composition and the diaphragm. This is the different materials, and the products we can get is the copper, aluminium, the cobalt oxide lithium, and the other like the graphic black powder. So this is the today's uh different topic. So just during this live show, have any questions, you can just leave. And about the technique, we use is the physical separating and the crashing to first crash the lithium battery to smaller particles by using different type like the hammerhead crusher, the separator, and different crushing machine. Then we will use the air separator and the electrostatic separator to separate this kind of copper, aluminium, black powder to different parts. Then we can recycle them and to crush them or have a deep processing. This is what our material can do. Yeah, the goal, we're the manufacturer just sold this equipment if our customer need to they need to recycle the lithium battery or the solar panels. Yeah, they want to recycle these waste things and to get the some valuable material and to have deep processing and to get profits. This is the business. You can see, uh, yeah, this is a material, and then we can get these different products like the copper, aluminium, the cobalt oxide lithium, the graphic powder for different prices. Okay, just any other questions, just feel free to ask. And then this is the working process. You can have a look, and later we will show you one by one about how to get different technique. Like the first is the scrap lithium battery. We will need the pre-process the to discharge, then use the shredder to have the first crushing to crash this lithium battery to 3 to 5 centimeter. Okay, have a nice day too. And then we will have the combination furnace to dry them by using this. And then the first crusher, second crusher is to crush them to smaller particles, just to better for us to separate the different copper and aluminium and the black powder. This is technique. It's very easy to understand, and it's very just environmental friendly. All the physical crushing and separation don't have the smoke or the water pollution or chemical pollution. This is the benefits of our production of our equipment. Okay, and during the live show, Have any questions, just feel free to ask. You can leave your questions in the comment section, or you can send your information to us privately. Our sales manager will contact with you and send you the catalog and the quotation if you want, and the certificate depends on your raw material and your capacity. The smallest capacity for our business is 500 kilogram per hour, and also most of our customer will choose 1 ton or 2 ton per hour to possess the scrap lithium battery, solar panels, and recycle. If your material is the solar panels, then we can get the aluminium frame, the copper, plastic, glass, and the silicone different products, and we can sold it directly or have a deep processing. This is a business. No, we are just the manufacturer to give you this equipment, and we can give you analysis to give you introduce about the recycling market, or you can come to our customers working shop to have a communicate with them, or have just have a check about our machine, is it work well, and the working efficiency, and different products, the quality of the products. This is the service that we can give for you. And we have our own factory. It is in Henan province in central China. If you want to get a good equipment, or know more detailed about this technique, you can also come to our factory. You can just come here. We will have our customers, our foreign customers, in every week, just many customers. And just if you're not convenient to come to China, you can come to our client's factory. There are more than 60 countries. We have our working project cases. So you can come there and see what our equipment work, what is the working process, and about the products and the quality. This is the service that we can give for you. Okay, I'm not sure if you can hear my voice or can see the screen. Let's go on and see that the different step is very clear, to just include a different device, what its work. Like we first need the starting step to discharge the electricity in this positive and negative side. We using this, you can see the sodium chloride solution of 8 to 15%. We just put it inside the water and to discharge for 2 to 3 days, and then we can just dry them naturally, or use a carbonization furnace to dry them more faster. If you material is the capacity of you is smaller than 500 kilogram per hour, then it's not very necessary to have this drying machine. Or if you have a large capacity, 1 ton or 2 ton per hour, then you need to deal with more than 20 ton, 30 ton for per day. Then it's better for you to have the combination furnace. This is the third graph, that the furnace will heat by 100 to 450 degree by gas or electricity to make the liquid evaporate. And this is to just higher the working efficiency, to just dry it more faster, and to get this crushing and separation process. Like this carbonization furnace, and if you have this, then it's just we have the carbonization, have the combustion system, so we need the gas and the smoke removal system about the purification system. So like this is the we need this say safety device or the purification device, like the self-realization tower, the post dust collector to collect the dust like the sodium dioxide or the dust inside. Then we have the three step like the spraying tower, activate carbonization furnace or UV photo oxygen device to purify them. It can ensure its work in different policies of the purific environmental friendly. So just you don't need to worry about the smoke pollution. And we can just have different plan for you if your regions the policies more strict to have this, then you can have a standard then high level of the purification system. So this is the only pollution that we have about the whole production. That if you chose the combination furnace, this is the optional device, then we need this purification device. And then we come to the crushing and the separation production. This is the first crusher is to crush this particles from 3 to 5 centimeter to 1 centimeter or 10 millimeter. This is the first crusher. And then the first rotary screen, we can collect about 60% of the carbon black, the black powder. The black powder is we will have five 50% of this black powder from this raw materials, and it is have the highest prices as compared with the copper and the aluminium. It have the lithium inside. It's very value. Some our customers is want to get the carbon black powder is to get the lithium. They will have the deep processing. So this is the first. We will get 60% of the carbon black. It will have a screen in this rotary screen. And the screen is 120 mesh to control the sizes of the carbon black. So about the black mass, the sizes of them are all just more than 120 mesh or 140 mesh. Then this is the first one. Then the material that's about the copper and the aluminium mixed metals and the sum of the black mass will come to the magnetic separator. We will separate the iron. Not all the lithium battery we have the iron inside, like the hard shell lithium battery. They may have 3 to 5% of the iron that we need to separate it, or it will have the damage of the crushing blade. And because the iron is much more cheaper than the copper and aluminium, so if we crush them and separate them, it's hard to separate. So it will have influence about the prices of our other metals. So this is also the optional device. You can choose the magnetic separator to separate the iron. Then our material will come to the liner vibrating screen. Here, this is a liner vibrating screen. It have two screens. The first one is 20 mesh and the 2 millimeter, and then this is the 100 mesh. This is the device that we will collect all the diaphragm. They are the plastic material. So we will just collect more than 98% of the diaphragm in this side because they have two scrim, so have 3 layers. And about the top layer, we will collect some of the black powder. In the middle of the layer, this is the mixed copper and aluminium, and the below under the third layer is the diaphragm collecting area. We will collect 98% of the diaphragm and about the plastic for maybe 1,000 RMB in China. Can just sell them directly. And this is the material of the plastic. And then this is come to the second crusher. You can see we have the pre-process. This is a separator to separate the crushing and the shredder to shred the lithium battery to 3 to 5 centimeter. And then the first crusher is to crush them to 1 centimeter or 10 millimeter. And then the second crusher is to get smaller than 6 millimeter, and a second rotary screen. It can collect 95% of the black mass. Then this is the third crushing machine, or we call it grinder. This is a grinder. Then with grinding, the material we will mainly get the copper and the lithium to the granulars. And this is the different type. All the materials we get are all the granulars type, type, or the powder size. They're all the mesh that we can, it's easy for us to separate them. And this is a whole line. They don't show the separating machine. We will use the two separating machine, the one separating machine, the air separator here. Can you see the cursor? The air separation machine to separate the copper and aluminium of this, because the gravity of the copper and aluminium is not the same. So the copper is much more heavier than the aluminium, so it will just settle down in the below, and the aluminium is on the top side. This is better for us to separate, and the separation rate can reach to 95%. The 98%. Or if you, we also have electrostatic separator, but because the copper and aluminium are all metals, so it's not very suitable for us to use this. That's like we have other device like the solar panel recycling machine, and the final products. And the last step we need to separate is the copper and the plastic. So one is metal and one is not. So we can not only use the air separator, we can also use the electrostatic separator to have a higher separation rate. It can reach to 99%. Also the optional device you can choose. And this is some brief introduction of our whole production line. Just during this introduction, do you have any questions about this? You can just leave in the comment place, or you can send a private message to us. Our sales manager will contact with you immediately to give you our catalog and the deep the detailed technique of our equipment. Also about the prices, the price list, we can send you privately, because the certificate, the certificate and the device is different, depends on your material and capacity. So we need to know some brief information about your requirements, then we can give you the catalog and the certificate. And also you can see here, this is the cyclone dust collector and the pulse dust collector. This is the only pollution that our production have about the dust that's just in the scrap lithium battery. They are the waste things, so they may have some dust. Then we can just have the cyclone dust collector to just recycle, to collect the bigger dust. And the pulse dust collector, there is a filtering bag inside to absorb the smaller dust. This is to just control the pollution, the only pollution that our separation machine have. So don't need to worry about the pollution. They all are the environmental friendly device. Don't have the water pollution, chemical pollution, smoke pollution, or dust pollution. They're all in the standard of different regions. You can just, I don't need to worry about this. And then this is equipment feature. I can have a look about like the first it's told that we adopt the advanced technique of the crushing and separation device. All we use is the physical processing, don't have any other pollution, and it's have a high efficiency. And it can just go on after crushed separately the copper, aluminium, and the powder of the positive and the negative side will be separate in the separation system with high purity output. And this is the data of this. The recovery of the metals is more than 98%, and the powder recovery rate, this is the black powder with the lithium inside, it is also more than 98%, and the diaphragm, the plastic, 98, and the content of the metals in powder is smaller than 1%. Just about our equipment have the high efficiency, can work automatically. We will have the PLC system, and also it is more in it, like the largest capacity for a 1 ton per day, 2 ton per day, or if you want a bigger one, you can get a 5 ton, 6 ton per day of this. And also it have the high separation rate for different products, like in the lithium battery we can get the copper, aluminium, and the black powder. For the solar panels we will get the copper, aluminium, pit plastic, glass, and silicone. They can all recycle and separate them for 98%. There are no other plastic or other materials inside. It's very pure. You can sell them directly with a high price, or you can have a deep processing. Like the aluminium, is for the price in China is more than 10,000 RMB, and the copper is more than 60,000. And as for the black powder, it's more than like 110,000. Very high standard because they have some value metals inside. And this is the equipment layout. I'm not sure if you can see it clearly. We can send you this layout privately. It's very clear to understand about this whole processing. And then this is a 3D layout. Oh, let's have a look at this. We can give you a 3D layout, more clear to understand. Yeah, this is the 3D layout of the lithium battery recycling machine. It's more clear than this working process we showed you before. Like we can have the preprocess to discharge the electricity, and then the wet material, it can put it into the double shaft shredder for the first shredding. Here, this is the double shaft shredder. Can see the cursor? The double shaft shredder. Then we will crush the material to 3 to 5 centimeter, and then the wet particles will come to the carbide furnace, or we call carbonization furnace, or drying machine, a different name, to dry them. And this is optional device. If your capacity is very high, more than 500 kilogram per hour, so it's just we suggest you can have this drying machine to dry more faster. And then it will equip it with the purification system, like the spring tower system, activate carbon cleaning system, and the UV oxygen, the catalytic device to purify different, like the sulfur dioxide or the hydrogen sulfide, the dust inside. Then the particles, that the dry particles, we will come to the primary hammer crusher, or we call the first hammer crusher to crush them. that it is the first crusher to crush them to more than sorry this just lower than 1 centimeter this size, and then we will use the rotor screen. It have a screen inside that is 120 mesh to control the sizes that the small that is reach the standard of the black powder. It is more than 60% to 70%. It will come to the rotary screen to separate them, and this is what's the area we can separate. We can recover more than half of the black powder. Then it will be separated with a magnetic separator to separate the iron inside. Or it's because it's much more cheaper than other metals, and it's the metals a large type with different shape, so it will have the harmful damage of the player plate in our second hammer crusher. So we will just suggest you to separate the iron by using this magnetic separator. And then this is the liner vibrating screen. This is the device to separate the diaphragm or the plastic inside the negative and positive side. We will have more than 15% of the diaphragm to collect, and then by using this ID vibrating screen to here to collect more black powder, then use this secondary hammer crusher to crush the particles smaller than 6 millimeter. Then also the secondary rotor screen. This rotor screen is a little bit smaller than the first rotor screen. This is the common certificate is 6 meter, and this is 4 meter, and but the screen inside is not the same. This is more smaller screen, 140 mesh to control the black powder. In this step, we will collect 95% of the black powder. Then the grinder. This is the third step. We will use the grinding machine to grind the copper and the aluminium to this granular size. Then the ID vibrating screen here. Here is also the ID vibrating screen. It have two screens. One is 2 millimeter, one is 120 mesh, and the top layer. They have two screens for top 3 layer. The top layer, it is the powder or the copper that is not reached the standard. Then we will just go back to the grinder to crush again, the second crush. And in the middle size is the copper and aluminium for the separation machine for the last step. And the below screen, the third layer is for the black powder. We will collect all the black powder in this. So the black powder sizes is 120 mesh to 140 mesh. In the black powder, we will get 50 to 55%. It is the highest separation rate, and it is much more higher prices for the copper and the aluminium. And then this is the air separator to separate the last final products, the copper and the aluminium. For the copper and aluminium, because they have different quality by using the principle of the gravity, they can separate. We will have a vibrating system and the wind blowing system to have the two react of these two metals and to separate them in a high separation rate. And we also have the electrostatic separator, but it's not suitable for the metals, the two metals. But for the solar panels, we can use this. And then the last step is the post-dust collector to collect this kind of dust during this whole production line. So it's all environmental friendly, and this is a 3D layout of our lithium battery recycling machine. So just any questions you have about this, or if you are new here, any questions you want to ask, you can just leave in the comment section. Or if you want to know more information about the price list, the certificate, and the detailed technique of our equipment, you can send a private message to us, tell us your requirements, or you can tell us your contact ways, like the email, WhatsApp, telephone. Then our sales manager will contact with you immediately to send you the information for you, give you a deep introduction. Okay, and then let's go on to see. This is also the 3D layout, like the same with this picture. And this is the equipment list for a 500 kilogram per hour. We have this. I can see it's very clear to see the equipment list and the picture, model, power, and the quantities. Well, the equipment list is not the same because some is the optional device, some is for the like the magnetic separator. If your materials don't have the iron, so it's not necessary to you for you to get. So just it's suitable for different raw materials. Like the first one is the belt conveyor. For one is the 1.5 kilowatt. This is a power, and then this is the double shaft shredder to have the preprocess shred to crush the material to 3 to 5 centimeter, and the belt conveyor to convey the metals to the first hammer crusher of 37 kilowatt. And then because we get the dust metals, dust material, then we use the wing conveyor. It is a seal design. This seal design to put it into the first rotary spring to collect the black powder. Then also use the belt conveyor to the magnetic separator to separate the iron. The aligning vibrating spring is to separate the diaphragm. The wind conveyor to the second hammer crusher. This is it to also separate this kind of black powder. This is to have a spring of 140 mesh. Wind conveyor, a secondary rotary screen. Oh, sorry, this is a secondary hammer crusher, not the rotary screen. This is it to crush the material to 6 millimeter. And also the grinder, wind conveyor, anti-vibrating screen, wind conveyor, air separator. This is the power of it, just for reference. And this is to the safety device and the purification device. First one is the post dust collector. Also, we have the next collector is the cyclone dust collector to collect the bigger dust. This is to collect some smaller dust of 30 kilowatt. And the collector of the diaphragm is also the seal design. Don't have the dust pollution. Here are the spare part list. It's better for you to know when you just buy the equipment. We need to change it frequently, like the blade and the screen. We need to change, and also the filtering bag. Like this, it's just honestly, it is a long time for a filtering bag to use, 6 months. We don't need to change it very frequently because it needs to absorb the dust. We need to clean it, but we don't need to change the bag to clean or to just to change. We can use the wind cleaner to just clean the bag directly, so it can use for half of the year. It's a long time, and it's honestly, and the crusher separator. We will have the blade and the screen. So, and the chain period 1 to 2 months or 3 months. The blader we use is just the high quality of the metals. We use the 6 by magnesis alloy to just crush them. It's just uh, separately can use have the good efficiency and the a long period. Don't need to change for a few days. And also the grinder, the blade is 1.5 to 2 months. Building brack, same 3 months. This is it. Most of them are all the blade and the screen. Just above the replacement period is based on our normal operating condition, just for reference. So just for different capacities and working time. So the change period is not the same. So you can, when you just buy our equipment, you can contact with our engineer to just see about or to know about the changing period and just for reference. So we have our a large engineering team that when you buy our equipment, you can first contact with them to tell you the technique. And if your material like different lithium battery are unique, you can talk with them and give you your unique the certificate program for you. Here are the remarks, just for reference. You can have a look at this. Like the price term, payment term, the delivery time is nearly 45 to 60. And then the installation, commission, operation, training. Technical engineer will just for the optional, just for the operate, install, and the training of the workers is just included in our after sale service. If you need, you can just contact with our engineer to get this service. They can come to your working place to help you to install your equipment, install your device, and to train your workers to tell them the good ways, correct ways to control this equipment. And the warranty is 1 year of the warranty, just except the spare parts or the man-made demand. This is some project cases for the lithium battery recycling machine. The belt conveyor to the collecting machine, collecting device, and this is the rotary screen. That is it. So just any questions you have, or if you want to know more information, you can just leave in the comment place. Let's have a communicate. And our live show will have an end in 15 minutes. So just let's have another introduction about this lithium battery recycling machine. Here is the a 3D layout of this. You can see about the different device, what is how this work. Like we have the lithium battery recycling and solar panel recycling machine, and also the biomass decarbonization machine. The first is the pre-process. We need to push the scrap lithium battery into the concentration of 8% to 15% of the sodium chloride to soak for 48 days. Then the positive and negative in terminals of the battery are short circuited. That's better for the discharge completely. And then the second is the belt conveyor to put the wet material to this double shaft shredder to shred it to 3 to 5 centimeter, and then it come to the condensation furnace or the carbide furnace. It will use electrostatic heating or gas heating. The temperature is 100 to 450 degree, and the electrolyte of the battery will be volatilized to have the harmless treatment. It's what's better for the 500 kilogram, more than 500 kilogram machine. And then we will have the gas cleaning system to composed of the spring tower, activate carbon system, and UV the photo oxygen catalytic system. Then to purify this hydrogen chloride, hydrogen fluoride, or sulfur dioxide inside. And then this is the crushing step. The crushing step we will have the first crushing machine, second crushing machine are all the hammer blade crusher, and the third crushing machine is the grinder to crush them to smaller particles. And for collect the black powder, we will use the rotary screen for the first and second step, and ID vibrating screen in the final step. And to collect iron, we use the magnetic separator. To collect the diaphragm, we use the liner vibrating screen. And to separate the copper and the aluminium, it is the air separator work. And this is the whole line, or what the equipment do. So just during this introduction, any questions you have, you can just leave in the comment section. Or if you wanted to know more information about this, know how it works and the price list of our equipment, you can tell us privately, and we will add your WhatsApp or send you the email to contact, give you more information. And welcome our new friends here. We are the manufacturer of this equipment. If you want to have a waste things recycle business to buy this equipment, you can contact with us. This is what the live show do, what our company do. Okay, and just this is a 3D layout of this. Welcome our new friends here. We are the Twin Holdings, a manufacturer of the different equipment like this lithium battery recycling equipment, solar panels recycling equipment, and the biomass condensation furnace. We can cover this waste things to different products. Like we can recycle the lithium battery, the waste lithium battery for different type, the power lithium battery, hard shell lithium battery, the aluminium or lithium battery from the car, from mobile to the final products, the copper, aluminium, coupled lithium, and graphic powder. This is what our equipment can do. And we have introduced about the technique and what products we can use, what is the prices and market. So if you want to know more information about the detailed technique, you can contact with us. For the copper and the aluminium, we will collect these two final products at the air separator. And about the cobalt oxide lithium and graphic powder, they are mixed. We all call it black powder. It will collect at the rotary screen, liner vibrating, the two rotary screen and ID vibrating screen. And also it has some plastic inside the diaphragm in the middle of the negative and positive side. We will use the liner vibrating screen. The liner vibrating screen is the used vibration for screening and controls different products through the multi-layer screen mesh, which are discharged from the respect outlets. The two layers of the screen are 2 millimeter and 100 mesh stainless steel, the wear mesh. The top layer of the screen is diaphragm, middle layer is a copper, aluminium, black powder, and the bottom layer is to collect all the black powder. And here the diaphragm recovery is 98%. Then for the black powder, it will collect for more than 98% in the ID vibrating screen. Here is the working process. ID vibrating screen have the high precision screening machine with low noise, high efficiency, and whole stealing structure applicable for the safe granular powdery materials. The recycling of the black powder, the recycling rate is 99% in this step. And the last step is to for the air separator to separate the copper and aluminium. They utilize the combined action of the airflow and the vibration friction of the material. The larger copper particles will settle to the bottom, and the smaller aluminium particles, it will just suspend on the surface of the material layer by action of the wind flow. So in this link, the recovery rate of the copper and the aluminium is about 98%. This is the whole production line. Well, just if you are interested in this business or if you want to buy the equipment, we are the manufacturer. We have our own factory. It's in Henan province in China. You can come here to see how we build our equipment. And we have a customer that more than 120 countries. You can also come to our client's factory to see more information, the production information about our device, to see the quality of the products or the efficiency of the device. And our equipment adopt the advanced technology of crushing and separation system. The principle of them are all the physical crushing, don't have the pollution of the smoke, chemical, or water pollution. After the crush separately, the copper, aluminium, and the powder of the positive and negative plate will be separate in high purity output. This is some brief introduction about this. If you want to know more, just feel free to contact with us. Here are the 3D layouts. Let's come here again. So our live show will have an end in maybe 3 minutes. So just any questions you have, let's feel free to ask. I have 3 minutes to communicate. Welcome. Welcome our new friends. We are the manufacturer of the lithium battery recycling machine. Have any questions, you can just leave. Today we share the technique of our device, how to recycle the copper, aluminium, and the black powder inside the lithium battery to get profit. This is the popular business that we are the manufacturer to manufacturing this equipment. We have our own factory. It's in Henan province in China. You can come here to visit how we built, and we have our customers in more than 120 countries. So you can come to our customers' working place to see more information about this. Except the lithium battery, we also have the solar panel recycling machine, carbonization machine for the biomass, and the waste tire, waste plastic pyrolysis machine, or the oil sludge, some hazardous waste recycling equipment, all the environmental friendly device to recycle different kinds of the waste things like the solid waste, hazardous waste, electrostatic waste, or the medical waste, and this construction waste. This is the what our company do, what our equipment can do. And our live show will have an end in 1 minute. So if you want to know more information about our equipment, you want to get the price list or the quotation, the certificate depends on your material and capacity. You can leave your email or WhatsApp or telephone to us privately. We will add you and send you this information to you privately. Or if you have any questions, you can leave in the comment section. Okay. If there are no more questions, it's time to say goodbye. Have a nice day today. Thank you for your watching today. Today we share you about the lithium battery. And next week we will share some information about solar panels and combination machine. Welcome to this live show. Have a nice day. Goodbye.